the 10th of February 2021, the tome Divergence opened up and it included a lot of cosmetics, one of them a charm called Knife Cycle, which describes a knife-shaped icicle may be effective at killing snowmen, and another charm that was called Bone Chill. In December of the same year, an event called Bone Chill was released, which included a skin for Ghostface with a literal knife cycle and the ability to kill snowmen in-game. Was it a coincidence? Or is it all planned? Hi, I'm Minspool and today I'm gonna show you 5 facts you didn't know about Dead by Daylight, and if you don't know, then why didn't you make a video yourself so I could watch it? If you take a look at Dwight's snake oil merchant outfit, you will notice that there is some flavor text under it. Well, did you know that this is a word-for-word reference for a snake oil merchant in the first Red Dead Redemption? Take a look.
Working souls of Chola Springs, gather round. Do you suffer from rheumatism, lumbago, acute chronic sciatic, neurologic or inflammatory pain? What?
Many characters differ a lot from their concept art and the final product. If you take a look at the Oni's concept art, you might notice 2 key differences. The first one is the fact that, apparently in early tests, the Oni would take the blood from the blood pools instead of bubbles, but most interestingly, downing a survivor would give you the most amount of blood. Currently, downing a survivor does not give any blood for the Oni. Second, the blood bubbles would look like red skulls, which looks amazing, but it's obviously too demanding for the game, so they simplified it to the bubbles. Finally, the animation for activating Blood Fury would be different, but the fun fact is that during the Oni's PTB, this was the animation used for activating the power. I honestly like the final product more. Almost all new survivors come with items that they interact with in the lobby. A tablet for Jonah, a book for Michaela, and a curse tape for Yoichi. But did you know that Kate was supposed to have a guitar as well? During the 5.1.0 PTB for the mid-chapter after Nemesis release, Kate had a completely different campfire animation where she is holding an invisible guitar. The animation can be seen in this render made by user Springy. And now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? I know most of you probably clicked on this vid to see what is Pyramid Head's tongue, but first let's talk about why is it there in the first place. In the original Silent Hill 2, when Pyramid Head grabs James Sunderland, in his struggle animation we can see that Pyramid Head uses a tentacle or a thing that he moves weirdly. According to the creator of Pyramid Head, he has a tongue-like appendage that comes out of the corner of his pyramid like in this picture. Now, if we take a look at Pyramid Head's model in Unity Viewer, we can see that he comes with this fully modeled and textured tongue. But not only that, if you take a look at Pyramid Head's default pyramid, you can see that the corner where his tongue was supposed to come out is bloodied, indicating that at some point in the game, the tongue was supposed to be a part of him. So now comes my theory. I believe that Pyramid Head had a different Mori during development that was scratched, and I have very strong evidence for it, and it all has to do with this corner, which is extended to the other Pyramid Head skins. If you take a look at his Blighted skin, which was released 1 year after his original release, you will notice that there is a blight drippings from this corner too that are absent from the other side. But the biggest evidence for this hole in Pyramid Head's pyramid is the Forgeborn skin, that literally shows the corner that was supposed to be lifted for the tongue to come out. But what about the Corrupted skin? Well, if you look at the head, then you will see that there's nothing, sadly. Nothing is visible, and nothing indicates that something was gonna open up. But then I thought about something. Behavior is well known to model stuff that is not visible in the game for future reuse. For example, the killer's faces that later are used in other cosmetics. So I decided to go inside of Pyramid Head, and guess what? I found a fully modeled hole never seen before for each of Pyramid Head's skins. If you look at the original head, you will notice a box where the tongue would come out, as well as blood. In his Blighted skin, the same compartment is seen. The biggest evidence is the Forgeborn skin, since it has the literal shape that will be lifted for the tongue to come out. Again, with the Corrupted skin, this is weirdly absent. So let's look at the Mori animation then. And I have to ask you if I am the only person who found this Mori to be weird. I personally think that it's too clunky. I even prefer his final judgment over this Mori, since the movement the sword does when it's inside the survivor is weird. But anyways, if you look at the start of his animation, this is very similar to how Pyramid Head grabbed Sunderland in Silent Hill 2, with the same mannerisms. So I think during this animation, the Mori would be different and the tongue would emerge from the corner of the pyramid. Maybe because it was too weird or even sexual, they decided to change it to the brutal one we have nowadays. What do you guys think? Do you have any other theories for this tongue? And was this vid interesting? Subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks.